1, 2, breathe. 3, 4, and
Всем привет, с вами я, Ирина, и это канал Ирина Бокс. Сегодня мы с вами поиграем в игру Genshin импакт. Как вы видите, у меня появился ребенок. Ребеночек появился. Наконец-то. Хоть кто-то из детей у меня выпал, еще легендарный. И красота просто. Крошка Цицы.
1, 2,
Так, все,
3,
Цицы.
4, 2,
Я решила ее вместо Кии поставить. Так как мне лед все равно нужен, поэтому я решила все-таки поставить ее. Рамусик, привет, преданная фанатка, тебе тоже привет. Давайте начнем. Пойдем на наше задание. Я ж неспроста так назвала стрим. Рученьки. Потом выполню. Все. Пошли туда. Как делишки? Да, все хорошо. А у тебя как дела? Артём, привет. Спасибо, что зашел на стрим. Мне нравится, когда эти мелкие бегают так вот. Поздравляю вас, Чича. Фрэнки, привет, спасибо, что зашел на стрим. Луфи, тебе тоже привет, спасибо, что зашел. Спасибо за поздравления, да.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Подожди, как? Стой, куда ты? Ребенок мой, слезь, пожалуйста. Не туда я зашла, сейчас. Туда надо. Забыла я про эту лестницу. А что так далеко-то? Мать года. Да вообще. У меня ребенок по стенам ползает. Такой вандал маленький растет. Нингуан у меня тоже вчера выпало. Ну, судя по вчерашнему видео, которое я выложила, вы как бы... нет, сегодня. Сегодня ночью я выложила это видео. Вроде. Нет, не ночью. Вчера.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement.
Какое объявление?
Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity. Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen,
Маларик, привет.
and
Спасибо,
most
что
of the
зашел на стрим.
materials have been
А где муж
assembled.
Делюк? Не
Three
знаю.
key items are,
В таверне, наверное,
however,
работает
still
сейчас.
outstanding. They are as follows. Sunset
Нинка тут
Vermilionite,
вообще тянка.
Wonder
Да, она
Cores,
вообще
and
шикарный
Adepti
персонаж.
Sigils.
Такая императрица.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other two.
Попелька, привет.
Only
Спасибо, что зашел
sufficiently
на стрим.
large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically, Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder
Ладно, пока
Cores,
мне надо
meanwhile,
уроки делать.
are the
Удачи на
central
стриме.
components of the mechanical structure
Хорошо,
of the Jade
Фрэнки,
Chamber.
давай, удачи тебе.
Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these three items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find, and in addition, The first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to
Соник, привет,
everyone's
спасибо, что зашел
satisfaction.
на стрим.
These things won't be easy to get
И
hold
на
of.
топ-вайфу.
But if it means a chance to
Ладно,
get some
то да.
inside information on Liyue Harbor's development
Она
plan for
шикарная.
next year,
Только странно, что она
Then
4-звездочная.
it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some plot strike just the other day. So excuse me all, but I have some business to do.
no. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Вряд ли она тебе что-то ответит по поводу твоего брата.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again!
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The
Клоняемся
construction
ниндзя.
of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary.
Секретарь
Remember,
еще.
this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over
Какая ты кто
there.
такая?
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up.
Это какой-то другой персонаж, да?
We have some
Это не
information
легендарный ли?
about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come
А,
on,
ну
let's
еще лед,
find
нифига
somewhere a
себе.
little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go! Why don't you stand there after her? Oh, right, yeah.
Так. Шэньхэ. Да? Надо будет посмотреть сейчас.
Did you hear that?
Так, сейчас. Галерея персонажей. Это не она ли стояла? Похоже. Эола. По-моему, это она стояла. Не Шэньхэ. Шэньхэ это, наверное, другое что-то. Ой, боже. А, нет, подожди, вот. Нет, правильно, правильно, Шэньхэ. Правильно ты говорила, вот она. Бля, они показались мне похожими. Шэньхэ. Окей, ладно.
Let's go somewhere cool. Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Бежим, бежим. Каратянка. Каратянка. Тихо, ты чё? Когда она так делает, я пугаюсь аж.
They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Цветочки. Тихо. Не падать. Вот они. Сильным женщинам трусы не нужны.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Ах, вы
Boss, I
какие.
got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
И отвалите
So
от нее.
what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
I've already told you, I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
У него глаза, красивые глаза.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
I won't.
No more excuses!
Слышишь? Ты пальчик свой грязный убери.
I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee
Будешь
Pavilion,
тыкать им.
ordering a table full of food, and only
Хотел
taking a
сказать,
few
что друга
bites.
своего.
Then Shinyu at kiosk, then Wanmin restaurant. Same story
Ой,
each time.
бля, что мне за
You order
фантазия?
all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again. How could you afford
Простите,
to be
пожалуйста.
so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps. Yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business.
Это я тебе сейчас покажу.
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is, well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have
пожалуйста.
dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
Ой, какая ты жестокая.
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws?
Ей законы не писаны.
No, apparently not.
Really? So how exactly have you...
Положите мне Шеньхэ под подушку. Да вы что, блин, который стрим подряд, блин, уже. Все с едой связано.
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite
Танка
of each
выше
dish.
законов.
Then of
Да.
course you're still hungry.
Красотка
So,
такая еще.
anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
Вегетарианское меню у нее, короче.
Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal. After all, you can't work on an empty stomach.
Сейчас я ей такое приготовлю, она пальчики оближет просто от моих блюд.
It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how... Where?
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Кстати, надо же на
Ginseng,
прививку
glaze lily,
ее
and
поставить.
violet grass, please.
Да, Шеньхэ
Half
она
a
у
pound
нас.
of each.
Запомнила.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them.
Она вегетарианка, что ты хочешь?
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Rather awful.
И зачем
Though
ты
they
их
were
ешь?
not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food?
Интересная девушка, я прям с ней
Paimon had
удивлена.
enough more.
О, блядь,
Paimon would
удивляюсь.
go to the
Извиняюсь за мат.
fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an adeptus.
Адепт?
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And...
Адепт?
And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
Какая-то,
I
что ли,
see.
кокосовая козочка у
I
нас?
heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested in the contest too, Shinha?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Да ладно заливать, адепты
Paimon
тоже не
thinks
дураки,
this is gonna
пожрать,
be the
помню их
awesomest
косик.
plan ever!
Да, я знаю, что они это...
I am not sure whether or
Там
to
был
what
квест,
extent
где
this
надо было
plan can be
приготовить им
classified
блюдо.
as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective.
Я
We
адепты
simply need
вырастили.
to dispose of everyone who is currently
Ah.
ahead of us. Then, we alone shall become the victors.
Veto! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite,
Куда с адептом
Wonder
тягаться, ты
and
что?
Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down. So, for Plustrite...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Пришел.
What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so
превью,
I came out to
её
fetch the
поставим.
ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound
Слушай,
dressing all of
диалог
a
и менять
sudden?
превью.
I'm not
Я
too
могу,
sure. I
называется.
did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask,
Вот
though.
так.
Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal
Где
affairs.
лимона продают.
Oh,
Гам
and she
дурак.
also borrowed Chi-Chi,
Извините.
meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work by any chance?
No,
Разбогатеет на
we've got
этих
other stuff to do.
колокольчиках.
While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Я представила
the
Паймон тянку.
variety of plostrite used
Ой,
in
я
the
не могу ее
Jade
тянкой
Chamber,
представлять.
yes?
Я всегда ее такой
There is some
мелкой
mention of
этой
it in the Seven Mountain
мошкой,
Treatises.
консервной банкой
When
представляю.
activated, Sunset Vermilionite
шучу.
rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset
змейка
Vermilionite
его.
in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Thanks, Baiju.
Thank
You're
you.
quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Так, куда все подевались? Я тоже могу... А чё? Я тоже могу так говорить. Бежим, бежим. Гоняют моего ребенка, блин. Та-та-та. Это Пайман постоянно... Ой, не Пайман, бля, Пайман, говорю. Ли. Видеоролики там. Типа русская озвучка. И она там бежит по мосту и такая... Та-та-та. Пока мы тут соберем все. Пусть будет.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Байчу... Байчу хорош. Лучше бы его запустили, а не ушастика. Ой! Стоп. А он разве есть? Я его не видела. Ну-ка, где ты? На его же как нету этого персонажа, или я его не вижу просто. Странно. Зато маячит везде ходит. В принципе, и другой персонаж тоже появляется всегда, который связан с, я так поняла, с нашим братом как-то. Его тоже среди персонажей нету. Хестер? О, Хестер. За это я люблю английскую озвучку ЦЦ. Там и дело, что нету. Да. О, какие у них платьишки красивые.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us. And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating. Huh? You're...
Я помахала.
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Have you seen
А
Miss
это не
Ganyu,
слуги, да,
traveler?
считаются?
It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing. We've only taken over her responsibilities until she gets back.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Joyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame
Юля,
her
привет,
after
спасибо,
working
что
so
зашла.
hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu
Нет,
stays
это не
on
задание
duty
легенд
at Yuehai
Козы.
Pavilion saying there is still so much to
Вроде
do.
как. Не
She couldn't
помню.
possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Нет, это не-не-не-не-не.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment. We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
We don't even know how long we've been working. We feel guilty for taking even a short breather like we are now.
Это задание легенд Козыр. Ёлки-палки. Бля, надо... Я понял. Я лоханулась немножко.
Of course, we've been there lots of times.
Ah, that's good news. Could you go to Julian Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload.
Бля, лоханулась я немножечко. Бля, я и забыла уже, что у меня открыто-то с ней задание легенд.
We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there.
It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Yes? Да, задание
So
легенд.
Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mel-Outsung?
Сейчас тогда...
We should hurry up.
Сейчас тогда
Paimon hopes we can
поменяем.
find her there.
У меня только превью запасено уже на всех персонажей. Ой, бля. Мы быстро там закончили тогда, получается. Сейчас. Всем. Поменяла. Или хочу легу какую-нибудь новую. Делаем гимнастику с моим ребенком. Так, пойдем искать ее. Игана забрела далеко. Ты с ума сошла, что ли? Так. Почему-то я так и думала, что она здесь. Красиво летим. А, вот она стоит.
Person standing over there. That's Ganyu. Ganyu, here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or private affairs that bring you here? I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yua High Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
Huh? You don't want to be the Chising secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back.
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave. My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishu. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Chising gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well. I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Julian Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
But...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Retainer. We're terribly sorry. We just...
Фредди, привет, спасибо, что зашел на стрим.
One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
Wow, you Adepti really are impressive.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well. A matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation.
О, все хорошо.
One has been one's own
почему у тебя все
companion in
ужасно?
idle
Что
talk for
случилось?
many a year. Yes.
Зато
Since
плюс
you
один
are
подписчик.
Ganyu's
Ну,
friend,
спасибо за
tales
подписку,
from her
спасибо.
youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Она вообще зайка тоже.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns.
Ты моя
She was elsewise
зайчка.
loath to sleep.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball. The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Be that so? But
Хранитель
returning to
облаков.
Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end.
She should be in the southern part of Mount Aotsong right now, preparing for the trial.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then!
Так, сейчас я подойду, ребят. Станем рядом с адептом на фоне. Так вот.
Hey, do you know what? Neither do I. I already forgot.
Я вернулась. Я что-то не поняла, вы что там Юльку делите? Она вообще моя. Так, Мерлин, привет, спасибо, что зашел. Это Ромин назло. Ой, лучше тебе его не злить. Лучше тебе этого человека не злить. Так, ладно, пойдемте. Тренировки. Ну-ка. Мне вот нравится ее сила. А, сейчас упаду. Блин, у нее откат только долгий. Там. Откат у ее силы долгий.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Так. А, вот.
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here? Humans should not remain in the realm of Adepti for too long. Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Мерлин, поздравляю с дедом.
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again. The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
Ой. А, блин, погоди. А чё? А как?
Access denied.
А как мне переместиться к ней? Где? Ничего не понял.
Next on the agenda.
Ира, что ты проходишь? Ну, задание легенд, священная лань. Вот с этой Ганьюй. Не понял, а как мне тут... Братцы, ребят, подскажите, я чуть не так из лука А, на лучник! Я думала, ее силы еще как-то перемещают. Да блин. Что за... Я вообще просто это... Мастер от бога прям это. Ну тихо, не это. Не вставай такие звуки, пожалуйста. Передошка. Бля. Дальше. Походу я не успею по времени.
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something Cloud Retainer would come up with.
Боже мой, я себя обожаю просто. За такие тупые поступки. Все. Как сдавлен. Ай, бля, можно это прервать испытание? Это позорище какое-то. Заново. Ой, господи. Я лох просто.
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here?
Стреляй, зачем бежать? Да я лоханулась, извиняйте. Лох по жизни.
This trial was prepared by... The training is much to her signature.
Is it...
No, I'm aware of your strength, if you're ready.
Ой. Не надо ой тут, пожалуйста. Ой, какой-то они мне тут. Давай, давай. Во. Кольца эти. Все. Затормози. Лох — это судьба, как говорится. Ой, бля. Тихонько, тихонько. Не хочу больше падать вниз, спасибо. Пусти ты эту ж. Отпустись, опустись. Да что так много-то? Какая-то... Стоп. Понял, все поймаю. Да блин. Блин. Достает. Она активирована. Следующая. Дальше. На той стороне. Ой, боже. Блин. Я думала, она не лучник. Привет. Что за священная лань? Задание легенд. Привет, Евгений, кстати. Спасибо, что зашел на стрим. Кольца, кольца. Да, тихонечко, 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 тихонечко. Да, тихонечко. Тихонечко. Тихонько. Тихонько, да не поднимай ты меня в воздух. Капец, что так мало-то? Наконец-то.
We've completed the task. What do you think? Hardships are a fact of life, both for the Adepti and humans alike.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is...
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Охотник на демонов.
So it's Xiao. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course we are. Let's go.
Может, у Сяо сейчас встретимся? У меня с ним задание легенд не открыто. Где ты? О, блин. И полетели. И глядите, правда Сяо стоит. Привет. Что? Что, Ирина, что меня зовете?
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer. I
don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training. That's all.
Xiao is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
Дай. Сяо, не будь таким строгим.
The trial's begun. Paimon can feel it in the
Ё-моё.
air. Even the weather's changed.
Sacred name, fortune preserver. Wind, hear me.
Так. Пусть востоком еще побьет.
Faster. Okay, faster.
О, здрасте.
Rise.
Eyes on me!
For Rex Lapis.
Ох ты.
Born of ice and frost.
Так.
Next on the agenda.
Don't everybody stand back!
No touching. We're way behind schedule.
All hail.
Вау.
Orders given. Orders
Вот так
received.
вот. Еще вкусняшки идут.
Born of ice and frost. I must live on.
Тихо, ребенка моего бьют.
Barbados, got this. This is long overdue.
Вот так вот. Тихо.
Power that ended Haichan!
Да, сколько вас? Так, вот. Давай, давай, давай.
Access denied.
Ой, там маг бездны появился, я так понял.
Blaze over. Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Давай, 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 давай.
I swear by my sword.
Давай, давай, давай. Ну давайте, идите сюда. Ах вы!
Wheel of life. Access denied. No touching.
Давай, давай, давай.
All hail.
Вот так вот вам. О, блин. Что происходит?
Faster. I'm going in.
Ох, бля.
This weather is perfect. We should...
Это жестко было. Форекс, привет, спасибо, что зашел на стрим. Что ты хотел? Девушек надо ждать 15 минут назад, тебе еще повезло. Это точно. 4 часа. Капец, как повезло.
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
А начичья что? Да я ей пока
Another one
особенного
of
ничего не...
those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
В смысле разобраться с ним?
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti! Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim. Huh. He can handle any battle, but talking to strange humans is a different story, huh?
Меч на Чичи какой, просто интересно.
I'm also one of the Adepti.
Меч Плейта, но он ей не
You can say
подходит.
that I'm an
Но я не
adeptus
знаю,
in
что еще
training.
поставить.
Perfect. I
У
didn't
меня
come in
нет
vain
такого
then.
оружия, которое бы ей
Although you
подходило.
sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Бля, он у меня... Посмотрите, я где-то его видела. У меня есть сейчас.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who pose as an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money? How dare you reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the Adepti yourself.
He might sorta have a point. We did come here looking for Ganyu after all.
Нифига он не прав.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Nobody's stopping you.
Прикатись колбаской.
Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
Ёлки-палки, Пайма, что я от тебя еще услышу?
It's not his behavior. The things he said, he was right. I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that I...
Ой, бля, катись колбаской, бля. Паймон.
But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
It's true! Just believe us!
All right.
Я
I'll go with
смотрю
you
всё
to
в
Liyue
одном.
Harbor.
Приятного
That said,
аппетита.
I still trust my initial judgment. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
It's a step in the right direction. Let's go!
Ну, пошли. Пойдем. Кстати. У меня с экспедиции люди там пришли. Рома, оставь ее в покое уже. Сейчас я заберу все. А там денежки пришли. Денежки.
Add astro.
Ага. Ты мне нахрен нужно, зато отправлю на Эльку туда. Здесь отправлю Фишель. Гора. Так. За камнями надо отправить Барбару. Сара. А, все, у меня достигнут лимит. Все. Подожди. Стой, не падай.
1, 2, breathe. 3, 4, and 1.
У меня 40 уровня уже была бы хотя бы. Так, что ей для возвышения надо? О, опять эти колокольчики ей искать. Ой, ненавижу. Так, здесь, да? Не спам. Кто там спамит? Я думала, я сейчас со скалы упаду, разобьюсь и все. И до свидания.
I'm still...
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now, do you?
I suppose you have a point.
Спасибо, я
It would
только
be
сейчас
quite
понял,
impolite of me to leave the two of you
что
now.
сказала приятного аппетита. Да ладно, бывает. Ну все,
I've
не бойся,
spent too much
пошли.
time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with.
Пошли. Все равно гуляем. Блин. Привет, спасибо, что зашел на стрим. Та-ра-та-та. Блин, как они прикольно бегают, я не могу прям. Дети здесь самые лучшие. Они и в реальной жизни самые лучшие. Хотя сейчас такое у нас поколение пошло, что, блин, дети монстрами какими-то становятся. Ну, не они в этом виноваты всегда.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Huh, that's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Juyun Karst, in fact.
Is that? It is! It's Lady Ganyu. I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
Ты же просто ее так назвал.
Why are you calling her that?
Please don't also start calling me that. Allow me to introduce Uncle Tien. He is...
Хорошо, не буду так называть.
That's all right.
Ему, значит, можно, а мне нет, да?
They have done so much for Leo after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Qixing, the Tianshu.
What? This grandpa is a member of the Qixing? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards. In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
What an honor to receive such high praise from Lady Ganyu herself. I guess I must have done something right over the last, however many decades.
Uncle Tien, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling me Lady Ganyu.
My apologies. It's not intentional, just a habit from my younger days. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qixing.
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh,
Какие вы все
I
древние
was just
здесь.
fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking about secretaries, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
Yes, she works at Yuehai Pavilion and she's my
Так,
junior.
мальчики, преданную фанатку мне не
How can I
трогать.
help her?
Ну как?
I don't know myself,
Сейчас
really.
фыркать на вас буду.
She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at UAI Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character, just like that, huh? Let's move then to Yuhai Pavilion.
Liyue Harbor is so lively.
Так, это куда нам? Значит, нам сюда. Опять к этому дворцу, что ли? Ра-та-та. Вот счастливая семья стоит. У меня есть ребенок, но мужа нету.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Я случайно на тебя
What
нарвалась?
is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
А я убью после фырканья. Я вас сама покусаю, блин, сейчас. Ну-ка, фыр.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this
Она мне
gift.
чайник,
I
что ли, сейчас
simply
даст?
won't allow it.
Это, по-моему, задание с чайником.
My old teapot in search of
Да,
the cleansing
я на него
bell,
нарвалась.
I heard your little friend mention that you often
Я, блин,
camp out in
Я
the
хотела
wilds.
предметы взять, нарвалась на чайник.
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped
Мальчики,
the
я сейчас вас
mines all but
зафыркаю.
completely
Ну-ка,
bare
заканчиваем
of it.
беспредел.
In any case, Smaragdus Jadeite is an Adepti treasure.
Нефиг меня копировать
and the
тут.
adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand.
У нас не
Extended
косплей,
contact with
фестиваль.
it is, in fact, harmful to humans. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
Что за малышка?
She counts? How
Да
come
что-то
there are so
слишком
many
много
Adepti
адептов.
in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny.
Ты кто?
I don't believe we've met.
Юлька мне ее
Allow me to
показывала.
do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yen Fei, I believe you've already heard of the traveler and her traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chising. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yenfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yenfei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess, kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned
Отец у
that he
тебя
once
адепт?
campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and
Ой,
once I
какая
was all grown
прелесть.
up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff?
Ну, влюбился человек, Пайман, тебе этого не понять. Влюбился адепт.
My dad did say that he talked it through
получилась
with
она.
Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yenfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Ты не ослепнешь так читать.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or, Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Crossel! A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya.
Привет, спасибо, что зашел на стрим.
With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some smaragdus. Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. That's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Так, нет, мы не пойдем чайник выполнять. У нас сейчас другое задание. Где она, кстати, священная лань? Ты только скачиваешь игру?
It's been too long.
Удачи тебе в прохождении.
I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little? I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he? Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Кибердобрый Санс, привет. Спасибо, что зашел на стрим.
I'm always happy to help a
Ира, я,
junior colleague
возможно,
from
уйду.
UAHI Pavilion.
Жалко.
Anya is not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Ugh, where should I start? I discovered something
Ура, уйдешь, я её
strange
зафыркаю.
while organizing tax
Да,
records.
конечно, зафыркает
There
он
are
меня.
obvious irregularities in the tax declarations
Не
of
на
two
ту нарвался.
stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right. Let's approach it this way then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly,
Привет, спасибо, что
Second
зашла на
Life
стрим.
and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
In that case... Ah! I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu. Miss Ganyu plans to let them expose each other.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Bolai, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. Follow me, please.
Ладно, пошли. Ой, блин, куда я? Цветов-то тут сколько? Как я понимаю, это вообще где-то тут внизу. О! Хотя погоди. Нет, не падай, бомбочкой не надо. Понял.
Aha, we meet again, traveler. And you must be from the UAHI Pavilion?
Ну привет, Маша, спасибо, что зашла на стрим.
To place a big order. I'd be honored to offer you my
Часто
wares.
стримишь?
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo
Ну, можно
Boutique's
сказать, что и
credit is
так.
not sufficient
Да,
to
часто.
accept orders directly from UAHI Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, We would certainly go to
2
Second
дня
Life
без
instead.
стримов и 2
What?
дня стримы.
Second Life? Ugh, that rascal
Это
Dongshan.
как график на
He's
работе.
stealing all of my
2
customers.
через 2.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Oh, tax records?
Ладно, пусть я не разговариваю,
Thriving?
пойду.
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bolai?
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Так. Я тут первый раз. Часто это хорошо. Будет кого посмотреть. Подписюсь. Спасибо тебе за подписку. Спасибо. Так.
Well then, please look over this tax record. We'll review Second Life's credit based on your observations.
Oh, of course. I'll read very, very carefully. Line by line and word by word. Ah, here, I found it.
Привет. Спасибо, что зашел на стрим. Еще подпишусь. Спасибо за подписку заранее. Спасибо.
He even flaunted it in front of me. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of it.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
Прикольно подписки высвечиваются.
Despite all
Да.
this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe
Они, правда, не у всех высвечиваются, потому что у кого-то скрытые аккаунты. Я так поняла.
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu
Привет, спасибо,
Carpenters
что
must
зашел на
still
стрим.
have the invoice. He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongshan.
Высвечивается только у тех, у кого не закрытый
Let's go to Fanmu
аккаунт.
Carpenters. It should be near Chinksa village. Thank you for shining a light on this case, Mr. Balai.
Oh, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
Как дела? Да все хорошо, все хорошо. А у тебя как дела?
It's all right, Weishin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
Ah, that's so considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
Рома, а я чуть не понял, а с каких это пор я читала? Ты архонт у нас, а ты что? Кею променял на чужли? Юлька это не примет. Ё-моё, что так далеко-то опять? Не дыши так тяжело, мне уже страшно. А ты его мучаешь? Раньше это было моим занятием. Ты моя прелесть, ты чё, села? Уселась. Книжку почитать захотела. Мята. Поверь, ему не скучно живется. Ты еще не знаешь просто, что в жизни происходит.
Ah, welcome, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you? I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once. But I'm always around if you're keen for a chat.
Chingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
Слушай, а ты в игре атакуешь мышкой? Скиллы используешь буквами. Ну, естественно, да. Я же на компьютере играю. Скажи адрес, я к нему в гости смотря где ты живешь, потому что наш город, где мы с ним жили, я-то жила там раньше, а он до сих пор живет. Он далеко очень.
We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order. How could I forget?
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here at Fanmu Carpenters. As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here. But some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. I tried to drive them away, but they just wouldn't leave. Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself.
Ирина, привет. Спасибо, что зашла на стрим.
So that's what happened. I see.
Рома, ты к Юле собрался? Как жалко, что ее сейчас на стриме нет, и она этого не видит. Какая прелесть. Ну так каблуки стучат, блядь, в обувь стучит, будто он на каблуках идет. Ой, по земле мягко идет.
Over there.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the Fatui.
Толстый. Это толстый. Мясо ел, что ли? Что это сейчас было?
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not worry. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider it my intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
Поколотим еще как. Поколотим еще как, слышь? Что ты тут забыл? Что ты забыл?
You'll get frostbite.
Wait, hear me. Eyes on me.
It's time for a flash freeze.
Давай запрыгнем. Что, застрял, что ли?
Orders given. Orders received.
Блин.
Chill to the bone.
Да, елки-палки, какой он сильно задолбал. Походу, Венет еще придется часто использовать. Давай, давай, давай. Да, блин, чуть я боком не ударила даже. Ах ты! Фига он прыгучий. Фига он прыгучий.
You scoundrels!
I think you've had enough.
По-моему, кабанов
About
переел.
time you tell us your plan.
Я кабанов не на этом поле съел.
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
Форекс. Пожалуйста, не говорите о таких вещах на стриме, ну, стрёмно аж стало.
I'm telling the truth. There's no scheme.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui, suddenly appear on the outskirts of Chinksa village?
Fine. If you really want to know, then, well, I was about to.
About to what?
Pick berries over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a silly excuse.
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area.
Фузика набить.
I'm here alone, and Chinksa village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
Judging by how he's looking at us, it does seem like he feels like he's the victim here.
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu
Ребят, сейчас ругаться буду.
Where's that? I swear, I only came here to pick berries. That's all.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
I also feel that he's telling the truth.
Whoopsie!
I misjudged the situation and offended you. My apologies. Our exchange only represents my personal views. If you wish it so, you can file a complaint to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with us, Fatui.
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may try to solve this problem with force once again.
Paimon's in!
Darn you. How can you wear that solemn face while bullying me like this?
What's your choice, then?
I'll get back to my berries.
Вот иди собирай ягоды, набивай пузико.
What a bittersweet ending.
I made a laughingstock out of myself.
Форекс, потому что это
I
ТикТок.
might have spent too much time away from work. My intuition is not as accurate as it used to be.
No worries. It's always nice to teach the Fatui a lesson.
Let's keep moving towards Master Lu's warehouse. Our goal is to get the invoice, after all.
Так. Дальше пойдемте. Блин. Давай, залезай, залезай. Я соберу, ему ничего не оставлю. Блин.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Не разбила ребенка. Продолжаем.
So this is the warehouse. Seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few hair churls. Let's show them what we got.
Нет. Да блин, задолбали.
Going in! Power that ended Upshot! Wind, hear me!
Go.
Давай, давай, давай. Вот так вот вам. Живучий. Скотина. Покажись тут рядышком. Они наверху все.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Чё?
Barbados, guide us.
Rise. Ой.
Так, где этот здоровяк? А, вот он. Вижу.
Wow.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Давай, давай.
Eyes on me.
Wheel of life.
Go and splash. I swear by my sword.
All clear. Quick, let's look around for the invoice.
Господи, ну изобрела я.
The rain won't slow me down.
Чего? Ладно. Мне не понять, о чем вы говорите там.
This one is an invoice from One Man Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not it.
Так.
This one is Wangsheng
Ещё где?
Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too.
Здесь ничего нету. Что это? Пусти. Куда ты на бамбук лезешь?
Okay, faster.
Какая у тебя видюха? Видюха тебе моя, интересно? Ага, все скажи. И еще-то. Здесь вряд ли что-то есть. Ай, да где? Да иди ты в баню. Задолбали. Где? А.
This one is Second Lives. We finally found it. Let's bring this invoice back to Hoishin.
Так, перемещаемся. Прощай, редиска. Поки-поки, мне в клуб пора. Ну давай, Форекс, удачи тебе.
I
Клубом.
should have stayed indoors today.
Та-та-та. Хочу, чтобы я спал. Так иди спи. Кто тебе запрещает-то?
Ah, Ms. Ganyu, you're back. I hope it wasn't too much trouble rushing about like that.
I promise to help you and I'll keep my word. Nothing to worry about. Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpenters. We've brought it back.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have a nice chat with the owner?
Так, заканчивайте уже эту тему. Мне чужли выпал. О, поздравляю, Рустам. Приобретением. Да, и аккаунт сразу, блин, началось, блин.
Isn't it Huixin from the Yuehai Pavilion? I remember you. I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well. I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself. But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come?
Я еще ходила к нему, продукты покупала. Вот какой, бля.
Talking without rhyme or reason must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the
Мне кажется, стрим скоро закончится, да? Но я как выполню сейчас это задание, то заканчиваю стрим уже, да. Стрим и так уже час идет с чем-то.
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't.
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
Няджинка, Цимона, Сяо и...
I didn't think you'd find
я
out.
Сяо хочу.
I didn't leave a single trace.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my back.
Почти 2 часа, да. Даже.
He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate? I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here.
That's good.
I must say, you're
Хочу
truly
жрать с
impressive,
ним.
Miss Ganyu. Your enemy knows you best.
Миндальные тофу. А уж тогда они
To
снег.
think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position, that's how Uncle Tian managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tian's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies. So, I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father.
Да ладно, тебе бывает в жизни
Really
огорчения.
grateful, Miss Ganyu.
Пойду поем. Приятного
You're the
аппетита.
kindest mentor I've
Максим,
ever
иди
had.
покушай.
Thank you.
Ganyu solved both Huishin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, you've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was nothing, really.
Then let me treat you to a meal. The traveler and Paimon are
Опять
invited as
угощать
well.
будут.
I appreciate your help.
Вчера у нас был праздник,
Alright, come on,
а
Ganyu.
сегодня
Just say
нас
yes. Let's
за помощь угощают. Я в шоке. Паймон, это не вижу.
If it's just a meal, there's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huixin.
Когда будет следующий стрим с подписчиками? В следующем месяце.
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
Бежим. Бежим, бежим, нас покормят. Та-та-та. В смысле, нам же туда надо. Да-да-да. Я делаю домашку. Ну давай, Форекс, удачи тебе. Давай. Ох, как много. Да. Сейчас поедим. А чё ж ты не рядом-то села?
Miss
ты место для
Ganyu,
Паймон.
thank you for accepting my invitation. And as for the two of you, your presence is also much appreciated.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huixin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
У тебя дочь уже есть?
So Uncle Tian is a grandpa.
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the UAI Pavilion too. At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough. But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
Huixin, I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through, the stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huixin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor. Apart from my contract with Rex Lapis, they rely on me, accept me, and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Oh, of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Hooray!
Как с ним закончится свои дела делать?
Even if I've really been
Рисовать
supplanted,
пойдешь?
I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary. Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself. I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already? Paimon's still hungry.
Фига там крабы, блин. Там что, королевские крабы, что ли, за столом? Смотрите на их размеры. Этот корейский мукбанг, аж вспоминаю, блин. Королевские крабы, блин, они там такие здоровые, блин, еще живые, блин. Бля, я помню, какой-то мукбанг видела, корейский, девушка там ела королевского краба, она его засунула в духовку живого. Бля, его так в глазах, наверное, было. Спасите меня. Бедолага, блин. Я бы сама от краба не отказалась. Я, блин, крабье мясо мне нравится. Я когда в Турции отдыхала, я с родителями, я помню, видела, как мясо краба, ну, их разделывали, потом готовили, давали нам попробовать. Да. А, блин. Я вообще не про это так-то говорила. Мне креветки по вкусу. Да, я тоже их люблю.
Baisha, are you okay? Did you fall asleep standing up? Look! Look who's back!
You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you three are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all. We've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break...
We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu. Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world to save all life.
Forget all our envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous work, please.
All right. All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. Mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do it right away.
Oh, finally. We're saved.
Yes. There's one more thing.
Что?
I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now. To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we?
Все, задание выполнено. Мы выполнили задание легенд. Ой, красота-то какая. Давайте тогда на этом сегодня закончим. Что ж, всем спасибо, кто заходил на стрим. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, комментируйте. И подписывайтесь на мою группу ВКонтакте. Ссылочка в описании под стримом. Я выкладываю там все новости о стримах, когда видео выкладываю. Ну, короче, все связано с Геншин.